Bruno Fernandes reveals disappointment. After standout player chose to sign for one of Man United's rivals. David Tully, May 17, 2026. Man United captain Bruno Fernandes has revealed that he was really sad when Declan Rice joined Arsenal. The Portuguese international says he is a big fan of the England international, who he has described as one of the Premier League's standout players this campaign, and he was hoping that the Red Devils would enter the race for his signature back in the summer 2023. To be honest, I admire him, Rice, a lot. First of all as a person because I knew him from the Algarve when we were training together and everything. Obviously, I knew him already from West Ham, and we all knew the qualities he had. And I've always thought that Rice was a player to play Man United. I was really sad when he chose to go to Arsenal. I didn't know if it was the opportunity or the chance for him to come to Manchester United, but I always thought he would be a perfect fit for our club, not just for the player he is, but for the person he is and professional he showed me and his personality. I think what he has been doing this season is great. It's a different position. It's a different style of play. He's a player that doesn't need to get, in his position, assists as much. He doesn't need to score as much because it demands different things. And the way Arsenal plays is different from the way we play, so we can't compare the players. But what we can say is he has been one of the standout players from the Premier League this season. Man United were never in contention to sign Rice, despite some former players calling on the club to make a move for the midfielder at the time. The long and short of it is the Red Devils weren't in a position to buy him. Even if we forget the fact that United had splashed out £70 million on Casemiro just a year before, Rice had seemingly made up his mind that he was joining Arsenal at a very early stage. Champions Manchester City did make a bid for the West Ham captain, but they withdrew their proposal once it became known that he wanted to join the Gunners. The club will try to sign the next Rice this summer. If rumours are to be believed, United have prioritised a move for Nottingham Forest's Elliot Anderson. The 23-year-old could cost a similar amount to Rice, whose transfer fee to Arsenal totalled £105 million. And they will also have to fend off competition from City for his services. It is likely to be the biggest deal of the 2026 summer transfer window. Bruno Fernandes admits he would have loved to have seen Declan Rice join Manchester United, describing the Arsenal captain as the ideal fit for the team. Arsenal are on course to win the Premier League title with 2 games remaining, while Manchester United are sitting in third place after an improved second half to the 2025-26 season. The most important player to Arsenal has been Declan Rice, who Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted to bring to United before he eventually left West Ham for Arsenal in 2023. Despite Arsenal competing for the biggest trophies and United not, Bruno Fernandes was voted FWA Footballer of the Year ahead of Rice, sparking plenty of debate. Congratulations to Bruno Fernandes. The 2025/26 Football Writers Award Player of the Year. Let us know your reaction. Can you name the last Man United player to win this specific award? Bruno Fernandes was gutted when Declan Rice signed for Arsenal. Fernandes and Rice were both nominated for the Premier League Player of the Season award this week. One can only imagine the damage they would do if they were in the same team, as would have been the case had Solskjaer got his desired targets. 2 years after Solskjaer made it clear to United he wanted Rice, Arsenal paid an initial £100 million to make him the most expensive English player in 2023. Fernandes has now revealed he wished Rice had joined United, saying he sees him as the perfect fit for the club. I've always said Rice was a player to play for Man United. I was really sad when he chose to go Arsenal, Fernandes told Joel Bayer TV. I always thought he would be a perfect fit for our club. Fernandes shared that he shares mutual respect with Rice after working with the midfielder 3 years ago during a summer training camp in Portugal. News in brief. Bruno Fernandes wanted Manchester United to sign Declan Rice. Fernandes believes Rice was the perfect fit for United. Rice is competing for Premier League and Champions League success at Arsenal this season. Declan Rice's record against Man United. Rice has played against United 18 times throughout his career for both West Ham and Arsenal. The England international boasts an impressive record too, with 7 wins and just 3 defeats. The rest, 11, were draws. On top of that, Rice has scored 2 goals and registered 1 assist against United. Bruno Fernandes wins FWA Footballer of the Year 2026. Bruno Fernandes has won the FWA Footballer of the Year award after helping Manchester. Hello guys, make your subscribe to this channel for more Arsenal news. Arsenal news, green light given for next Bruno Fernandes to join as agreement talks planned. Premier League leaders, Arsenal are taking things one game at a time, but that hasn't stopped plenty of speculation arriving over their summer transfer plans. The next 2 weeks are absolutely huge for Arsenal on the pitch, but there has also been talk in the background about what will follow. It looks like being a busy transfer window regardless, and a new midfield name has entered the conversation. Mikel Arteta's team take on Burnley on Monday and Crystal Palace 6 days later before facing Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final on May 30th. By the end of the month, they will know whether they will be celebrating a first trophy or trophies since 2020, or finishing the campaign empty-handed. West Ham midfielder Matheus Fernandes is one of the recent names to be linked with the Gunners, but there's also noise around one of his former Sporting CP teammates. The links come against the backdrop of questions over which players might end up leaving North London as Mikel Arteta's side look to balance the books. There's also the not inconsiderable question of Arteta's own long-term future. That's another of the topics we'll discuss as we bring you the latest lines from around the Emirates Stadium. Follow our Arsenal FB page. Latest Gunners news and more on our dedicated Facebook page, read more. Hincapi says Arsenal have got historic double in their sights. Read more, Bernardo Silva makes brutal Arsenal title claim and gives reason they may top Man City Hjulmand move. Given green light, Arsenal could have the upper hand in the pursuit of Danish international Morten Hjulmand as the midfielder prepares to leave. Sporting CP, Hjulmand is an Arsenal supporter and, according to reports in Portugal, could have left Lisbon in January only to agree to stick around until the summer. The 26-year-old has stepped up for Sporting since the big money departures of Bruno Fernandes and Manuel Ugarte earlier in the decade. Like the former, he has been named in the Primeira Liga team of the season on multiple occasions while at Sporting. Hjulmand's contract reportedly contains a £69 million release clause, though he could be available for roughly half that sum. Arsenal will still need to fight off competition from Manchester United, who have been linked with the Dane as a potential replacement for Casemiro. Arteta talks timeline. Mikel Arteta and Arsenal will hold talks over a new deal for the manager after the end of the season, according to Fabrizio Romano. The Gunners' boss signed his current deal in 2024 and it runs until the end of the 2026-27 season. Mikel Arteta remains in conversations with Arsenal over a new contract, but nothing will be done or completed now, Romano said on his YouTube channel. It's a topic for after the end of the season. Now the full focus is on the Premier League title and Champions League. After that, any moment could be good for Arsenal and Arteta to continue their conversations and try to close the agreement over a new deal. Join our new WhatsApp community and receive your daily dose of Mirror Football content. We also treat our community members to special offers, promotions, and adverts from us and our partners. If you don't like our community, you can check out anytime you like. If you're curious, you can read our privacy notice. Bruno Fernandes names Arsenal player he always wanted Manchester United to sign. Manchester United. Captain Bruno Fernandes was recently crowned the Football Writers Association Player of the Year following an excellent season at Old Trafford. Bruno Fernandes has revealed he was left gutted when Declan Rice chose to join Arsenal from West Ham in the summer of 2023. The Manchester United skipper, who has just pipped Rice to the Football Writers Association Player of the Year award, makes no secret of the fact he wanted the England international to join him at Old Trafford. While United held an interest in Rice, it ended up being a straight shootout between Arsenal and Manchester City for his signature. Fernandes told the Football Writers Association, "I've always said Rice was a player to play for Man United. I was really sad when he chose to go Arsenal. I always thought he would be a perfect fit for our club." Arsenal book in Cardiff pre-season date after Manchester City face-off confirmed Arsenal get ideal. Man City 115 charges update before Premier League title is decided. The pair had actually trained together that summer in the Algarve, Portugal, and there is clear respect between one another. Follow our Arsenal FB page. Latest Gunners news, analysis and much more via our dedicated Facebook page. While the FWA award results have sparked debate, nobody can deny that Fernandes, like Rice, has had a remarkable season. He has scored 8 Premier League goals and provided 19 assists, while Rice has driven Arsenal